Hey everybody, I just wanted to provide solution sets to the problems that we did. Since these are going to be on your exam, I'm just going to warn you right now, the bell's going to ring, people are going to start coming into the classroom, and it's going to be a little bit loud when we start, but I kind of want to get this going, so I apologize if there's any interruptions as I'm making this video. So we start with problem number 1. We've got a car moving forward, and then it accelerates to rest. Notice I said accelerates to rest. So the car is moving forward, and the brakes want to provide an acceleration that goes backwards. So what we're going to do is we're going to label a lot of variables. So we start off with an initial velocity of 30, and since the car stops, we know that v final is 0. Finally, we have an acceleration of 5 meters per second squared, and we're going to realize it's negative. So what I want to do is actually draw a picture. So we'll draw like a little car here. This is my idea of a car. It's obviously a really bad drawing. And then it comes to rest. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to label every letter in the picture. So I have acceleration is negative 5 meters per second squared. I have an initial position of 0. I know that it's 0 because they don't actually tell me what it is. And that actually comes from this little red rule here, that if they don't tell you anything about initial or final position, always assume that x naught equals 0. We don't know how far it travels before it stops. We're not given a time. We are given an initial velocity of 30 meters per second, and we know it comes to rest, which tells us that the final velocity is 0 meters per second. Now this seems like we don't have enough information to solve, but we're not the people that judge that. It's the formulas that judge that for us. So we want to actually find out how far the car travels before it stops, so let's go ahead and do that. Let me try the first formula. X equals 1/2 at squared plus v naught t plus x naught. And I don't know x. 1/2 times negative 5 times t squared plus 30 times t plus 0. So this equation, unfortunately, it has two unknowns. I have t as an unknown and I have x as an unknown, so I can't do anything with it. So let me try to see if I can maybe get the time from another equation and see if that gets me anything. Let me just get v equals at plus v naught. I'm going to pick the second equation. And so I'm getting 0 equals negative 5 times t plus 30. And when I solve, I get t equals 6 seconds. Now, let me see if that's what they ask for. Again, they ask us for how far the car travels before it stops. And I've gotten one more variable here, so I can actually put 6 seconds here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use that to solve the problem. So I'll have 1/2 times negative 5 times 6 squared plus 30 times 6 plus 0. And when I solve, I'm going to end up getting that my total distance is going to end up being 18 times negative 5 plus 180. So x actually works out to be 90 meters, if I have this right. Let me just double check. Yes, so I get 90 meters as my final distance, and that's my answer to problem number 1.